Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I can't believe I get to film with an actual living room. This backdrop just makes me so happy. We've been spending so much time in here. I've been reading a lot. It definitely is my favorite spot in the apartment right now because it's the only spot that's done. But if you guys missed the makeover, make sure to go back and watch it because this was such a fun transformation. As I'm filming this video, it has been officially 1 month of living here, and it's starting to feel more and more like home as I continue to create and decorate. I finally am getting to the studio. I unpacked all of my supplies. I have my paint up, all my supplies are out, and I am feeling really inspired to DIY. So today we are going to try to make some viral projects that I've been seeing on the internet. I'm going to be using some IKEA items to create them. We're going to try out some new techniques, new ideas, and new materials that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So let's go to IKEA, grab our items, and get started. Guys, this light is always sold out. It looks like a giant bagel or a donut, and I saw someone turn this into an everything bagel. I thought it was so cool. Very, very tempted. The mushroom light, that looks nice.
It's like walking around at night. You can't see anything.
It looks like a dandelion.
Guys, what are your thoughts on this type of extension cord? Very interesting. There's 4 ports. I guess you could leave it out and it would be kind of cute. I see what they're onto. Wait, it's all the way up there. If you're anything like me, you go onto Instagram to get inspiration and to find new ideas. And I saw this wall clock from Wallflower Things many months ago, and I thought it was genius. I think it's gone viral a couple of times, but it's basically a wall clock that has magnets on it that you could put different charms on to the magnets. So you can have different themes and characters, and you can switch things out whenever you feel like it. So the first one that I saw was like a Studio Ghibli one, and I thought it was so cute. I'm pretty sure everything is handmade, but it is always sold out. So I thought to myself, maybe I could DIY my own version. So I picked up a pie plate from IKEA. I love the scallop edge on it. I just thought this would be the perfect base. It is 13 inches wide, which I think is the perfect size for a clock. And I also picked up a clock kit. So what we're going to have to do now is to put a hole right in the middle of this plate, and whenever I'm drilling through ceramics I get a little bit nervous, so I bought 2 of these just in case. I just want to make sure that I get this right in the center and that the plate doesn't break. So you want to make sure that you get the right drill bit for this. So I'm going to mark everything out and then make the hole. Okay, let's give this a try. I'm gonna wet it first. I'm scared. Why does that scare me every time? We did it! Just like magic. Before moving on, I want to make sure that this actually fits. And it is perfect. So for the numbers and the charms on the clock, I'm using polymer clay, and I think at this point I need to invest in one of those pasta machines because I've been sitting here for like 20 or 30 minutes conditioning the clay, trying to make it nice and soft to work with because I have a bunch of leftover clay that I've had sitting out for a while, and it literally is as hard as a rock. So I'm trying my hardest to make this nice and soft, and then I'm going to use some little cookie cutters to do the numbers. So I have a bunch of numbers over here. And for all the little magnets, I am going to make them by hand. I've never made like really teeny tiny things like this with polymer clay before. So I actually went out and bought some tools, which I'm very excited about. I feel like I should have gotten these a long time ago because they would have made my life a lot easier. I kind of been going down a rabbit hole on YouTube and TikTok and watching people make little charms, and I feel like it's going to be my new hyperfixation. So my plan right now is to make little magnets that are kind of spring themed, and I'm also going to attempt making little characters that I also like. So we have 8 opportunities to make some magnets here, and to be honest, I think I'm probably going to make more than that because I already know it's going to be very addicting to make teeny tiny little charms. Ever since I did the living room makeover, so many people have asked me where our rug is from, and I just want to scream from the rooftops that it is from Revival Rugs because it is just so good. Revival is so kindly sponsoring today's video, so big shout out to them. So this is actually my first ever vintage rug, but nothing about it says vintage because it is so beautiful and the quality is just chef's kiss. I love the tones of it. There are so many different colors in here that I can definitely work it into any room in the apartment. The only downside is that this is one of a kind, so I cannot link it for you guys, but they do have so many others that are very similar in the same style. Revival's vintage rugs are handpicked by their teams in Turkey and Morocco. Whenever I'm planning a makeover or a refresh, I spend hours and hours and even days just scouring pages of rugs. Their team has really good taste because they've done such an amazing job curating, and it saves me so much time from sourcing rugs. Plus, they also carry a ton of hand woven and also washable rugs, all at an affordable price. And I can't help myself, I want to show you guys a little sneak peek of the rug that I'm using in the bedroom. This one is also vintage, and it feels kind of like a sister rug to the one that I have in the living room. And again, the quality is A+. I'm so excited to style it in the new bedroom. Plus, they gave me a huge discount to share with you guys. So if you go to revivalrugs.com and use my link down below, that will save you 20% off of your purchase. So whether you're looking for a washable rug, a hand woven rug, or a vintage rug, they really do have something for everyone in every style. So definitely check out Revival. I'm pretty happy with these. I used regular craft paint for these, and I also ended up using paint markers for all the smaller details, which worked out super well. And I need more excuses to make mini things because this project was so much fun, just figuring out how to make each one of the shapes and bring them to life. Like this ketchup bottle that I made to represent Brian because he is a ketchup lover. Like, I swear he finishes a whole bottle by himself in a month. And it's fun just making items that make me happy, like croissants and strawberries. I'm also seeing Miffy everywhere these days. Something about her just brings me back to my childhood and reminds me of popular characters like Hello Kitty. I feel like everyone had a Hello Kitty phase. There was a point where I was obsessed with her, and the only things I would get as presents from people was Hello Kitty. This magnetic clock project is just so playful, and since I can switch these out seasonally, I definitely plan on making more, so expect a lot more clay projects on my channel in the future. Making all of these little magnets was so much fun, and I'm actually very happy with them, especially with my little ketchup bottle and my little Miffy. They are just so cute. So I want to make them look extra glossy and make it look a little bit more like ceramics. So I actually bought a UV resin kit. I've used epoxy resin before, but never UV resin. So this should be interesting. It comes with a little light kit. And what I like about this is that it will cure instantly. So we'll be able to finish this project today. I have the same exact little light kit for my nails. Ooh, okay. Sweet. Okay, let's try it. Oh, okay. This goes on so smooth. Now I'm gonna place it under the light and then turn it on. This reminds me of my nail tech days when I used to do gel nails for people. Do, 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 do. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? I don't think you're supposed to touch it right after it's done, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, I think it's done. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of them, but this is so cute and shiny. It definitely looks like it's really made out of ceramic clay. I cannot believe I made this and that it actually works. Like, going into this project, I just thought about all the things that could go wrong. But now that it's done, I think it came out perfect. It is so cute, so fun. It was my first time using UV resin, and it will not be my last because you cannot tell me that these magnets don't look like they're like actually ceramic. Do you guys hear that? Yeah, it's functioning. It's perfect. I love it, and I hope you guys try this project out too. So this next project is nothing new. It's been trending for the past couple of years now. So I'm talking about candle painting, which is super popular to do with taper candles and pillar candles. I've definitely have had my fair share of trying out this project idea with paint, with candle wax. I've even tried using molds, but I think that this way that I saw in this reel might be the best. So basically they're using a candle wax pen, which I think is a newer product, and I had to get some and try this out for myself so that I can be your guinea pig and show you guys how these actually work and if they are worth the money. If you've ever tried painting with hot wax before, it is super tricky because one, you're painting with a little tea light, and two, you have to work really quickly before the wax hardens. So I found that technique to be really tricky, and also it didn't really give me the best results. So I have high hopes for these. They are basically melted candle wax in inside a little tube. I have no idea how it stays melted or what kind of wax it is, but it looks very promising. So we're gonna try these out today. I'm using some IKEA candles to get these done. They are very inexpensive and they come in a huge pack like this. So I got a purple one, which I think is the seasonal color. And of course I had to get some classic white ones, and I think I have enough to last me for the whole year. Okay, so basically these are like squeezy bottles with a tiny tip at the top. Let's see how precise we can get with this though. Oh wow, that actually comes off really easily. I feel like there's good control on this. You just have to squeeze really, really, really slowly if you want an even line. Okay, so this project is very addicting because look at how many candles I made. This only took me a couple of hours. This bow design that I made was actually an accident because I mistakenly made two bows too close to each other, so then they touched, and I thought it looked cool, so I just spiraled it all the way down, and I think it looks so pretty. One thing that I will say though is that some of the colors are easier to work with. So this purple one and the red were great, but this pink one is very light and also very runny, so this was hard to control. And as you can see, it doesn't show up as well as some of the other colors. You can even use it to customize candles. So my niece is turning 1 pretty soon, so I made this little candle for her and I love the way this turned out. I think the bees have to be my favorite though, and overall I definitely would recommend these pens to you guys. I definitely could see myself using these again throughout the year, especially for seasonal candles, and I'm already thinking about what I can make with these for the holidays, so I'm really excited to continue making little candles. This would be such a fun craft to do with your friends. There is so much left that I'm gonna have this for probably years, and if you guys want to check them out, I will link these down below. This video was seriously so much fun. I'm very proud of how both of these projects came out, but especially the clock project because it took a lot of figuring out and I was holding my breath every single second of the way. I'm definitely gonna make more magnets and switch them out, and I love that I could take the magnets that I don't use and just use them on the fridge or on my board. I really hope that this video gave you guys some good ideas, and if you guys like this video, don't forget to like it and also subscribe down below if you haven't already. Lots more projects to come on this channel, and next up we are working on my bedroom makeover, so you guys do not want to miss out. If you want to see more from me, you can follow me over on Instagram or TikTok, and that is it guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired and I will see you in the next one. Bye!